Alright guys, sorry about that. Please let us know if you still hear the noise. We're having some technical difficulty with our headphones. Hopefully everything should be okay and it's not making any noises. Please let us know if it is. And hopefully we'll be able to get back to commentating for this match. Andrew is playing a Trainer's Mail, looking at the top 4 cards of his deck. Picking one trainer from that. Other than Trainer's Mail, of course. He's trying to decide. He's got 3 options. It looks like it's either an Acrobike, an Ultra Ball, and a Fighting Fury Belt. He's trying to decide what he wants to take here. Looks like he's going to pick the Fighting Fury Belt. He's going to shuffle back in. We see on Johnny's turn, he did get a Maxis to get the Gallade. Andrew plays a Battle Compressor. These look like they're pretty similar decks. They both look like they're playing YZG, which is Yveltal's or Gallade. Andrew is going to discard. He's deciding he's going to discard 2 Gallades and a Hex Maniac. He's going to play an Ultra Ball, discarding a Dredagen and Parallel City, it looked like. Getting the Yveltal EX. Maybe he's questioning what he wants to decide what he wants to do. I believe he's aiming for the turn 1 Maxis here. He is going to take the Yveltal EX. Going to play Zorik on the bench, attach the Fighting Fury Belt, and he does have the Maxis. So they both have the turn 1 Gallade. So what Maxis Hidden Ball Trick does, if it is the last card you play from your hand, it allows you to get a fighting Pokemon from your discard pile and play it on your bench, which allows the Gallade to be played without evolving from Routes and Curlia, making it a little bit of a speedier tactic. And then after you get the benefit of drawing 5 cards as well. So it's a very good strategy currently. You can see the scan put up there for the Maxis Hidden Ball Trick. Andrew's still digging. I'm thinking he wants to attack. He's looking for some way to attack here. He's going to use Shaman and use Setup. Drawing 2 cards here. He's looking for energy. He's going to use Gallade's ability Premonition. It allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. And he's going to pass his turn. Johnny's going to play a Trainer's Mail. He's trying to decide what he wants to pick off of that Trainer's Mail. Not quite able to see what it is that he's going to choose. going to choose an Ultra Ball off of that. He's checking in his hand. He's looking to play the Ultra Ball. I think that he's going to try to max these again, maybe? He has the ability with the Via Seeker. And he's got the second Gallade in the discard pile, so he's going to go ahead and Ultra Ball here. He's going to search out. He's trying to decide. He's possibly doing a little bit of a deck search here to see what all he has left in there. He's going to choose a Yveltal. He's going to shuffle, and let's see here what he's going to choose. I believe that he's going to play the Yveltal. And he's looking, I'm pretty sure he's going to max these again. He is going to max his Hidden Ball trick again for a second Gallade, drawing the top 5 cards of his deck. He's looking very similar here, the matchups. The decks seem possibly close, probably card for card, possibly just a couple cards different here. He is going to use the stand-in, I believe is what the Zoric's ability is called, to bring the Zoric active, to retreat for free with the Floatstone, to promote the Gallade, and use the Gallade's attack for the knockout on the Yveltal. So, I believe if you played a supporter, he should be able to have enough damage for the knockout on the Yveltal. Andrew promotes his own Gallade here. He's attached to DC. He's trying to decide here. He's looking possibly to get another Gallade out as well. He's checking Johnny's discard pile. Trying to make some decisions on what he wants to do. Andrew's going to Ultra Ball away an AZ and a Sycamore. Going to search his deck for a Pokemon. Looks like he's going to take the Zoroark as well. He's going to play a Zero on the bench and VS Seeker for a Sycamore. And he is going to play the Professor Sycamore, discarding his hand and drawing 7 cards off the top of his deck. He's going to play a Battle Compressor. He's going to search his deck and discard 3 cards. He's going to get rid of a Zerosic. And he's taking that back. He's contemplating changing that to something different here. He's going to get rid of a Dark Energy. He's He's going to play a Trainer's Mail. In the top 4. Looks like he's going to take a Zerosic. Put the Zerosic in his hand. He's going to Premonition, look at the top 5 cards of his deck, and put them back in any order. He's trying to decide based off of what's in his hand what he wants to draw next turn, what he wants to draw into. He's going to Acrobike. He's going to give him one of those, and he's going to discard the other. He's going to play the Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards, searching his deck for any Pokemon that he would like. Going to discard a Shaman and a double colorless. He's going to search his deck here. Looks like he's going to take a Seismitoad EX. He opts not to bench the Seismitoad. He's going to use the Sensitive Blade. Hitting Johnny's Gallade for 130. Johnny's looking like he's premonitioning here. He's trying to decide if he wants to change the 1 card that he gets to see new from his last premonition before playing anything. He's going to leave. Looks like he left them the same way they were. Johnny attaches a Muscle Band to his bench Gallade. The benefit Johnny has here is that as long as he plays a supporter this turn with a Muscle Band, he will be able to Sensitive Blade for 150 to knock out Andrew's Gallade, which will put Johnny in a pretty good position. He'll be up 2 prize cards. But it'll also put Andrew in a position that he will be able to use a Yveltal to Oblivion Wing for the knockout, allowing him to attach energy to his bench. So this is still very close of anybody's game here. We have Johnny playing a Battle Compressor. He's going to discard up to 3 cards. Looks like he's just going to discard another Battle Compressor. He's just trying to thin out his deck. He doesn't really need to get rid of anything more. He just wants to have the stuff he doesn't want to draw into out of there. He's going to play a town map, flipping over his prize cards to allow him to choose one of those cards for when he gets a knockout. He's going to use the second premonition here. Looks like he has 2 DC, an unknown, a dark, and it is not the Parallel City. Can't tell for sure though. He actually chose to Sensitive Blade there for the knockout. Alright, so we're double checking whether or not Johnny played a supporter last turn. Not too sure. I don't remember seeing him playing one, so we're going to double check on that. But meantime, Andrew's checking Johnny's discard pile here. Andrew is going to attach a double colorless to his Shaman EX. He looks like he's going to Zerosic. He's going to choose to Zerosic the Floatstone off of the Zorark. And Andrew is going to going to Sky Return for the knockout on Johnny's Gallade. He's Sycamore, is what we did confirm going back in the recording. So we look at Johnny's going to promote a Yveltal. Andrew promoted a Seismitoad. Johnny's going to play Zorua onto the bench. Believe he reattached a Floatstone. I'm not sure. Actually, it's a Muscle Band is on the active. Right now, Johnny's trying to calculate damage onto where he wants to play his energy here. Looks like he has a double colorless in his hand. He's going to attach the double colorless to the benched Gallade. And it looks like he is going to Shauna. He's going to shuffle his hand into his deck. Alright. So it looks like Johnny Shauna drew 5 and used Premonition here to sort the top 5 cards of his deck and put them in any way he would like. And he is going to Oblivion Wing for what should be 60 based off of what the stadium. Looks like he put only 50 damage on him. I believe the fighting side is the side that does more damage. Well, the brown side. So we're gonna go double check that to make sure that that's all done correctly. Make sure the math is added up right there. Andrew's gonna sit there and he's trying to think about what he wants to do. There we go. Fixed it to 60 damage there. Easy fix. Andrew has Via Seeker, double colorless, fighting, muscle band, and a shaman in his hand, it looks like. So he's trying to decide. He's going to attach a dark energy to the Yveltal EX on the bench. Contemplating if he wants what supporter he wants to play, what's his next move here. He's gonna Via Seeker here. He's gonna Via Seeker for it. Looks like he's gonna get another Zerosic. He has the ability to stand in with the Zorark with the Floatstone to get free retreat to bring out essentially anything he wants. He's going to choose to get rid of the double colorless off of the Gallade on the bench. And it looks like he passed his turn. I believe he passed his turn, yes. Johnny has 6 cards in his hand, so he had drawn his card. So it looks like Johnny has at least two double colorless in his discard pile that I see right now. We're checking here. Andrew's going to swift through to see if there's any more. But he also has the option, he can do 110 damage with the bench Zorark. But he doesn't have any energy attached there either, so he's definitely, if he's going to take a knockout this turn, he is going to rely on the double colorless. But his deck is also running thin, so I'm not sure. He's got 2 Sycamores and a Maxis in his hand. So he's now looking to possibly, he isn't able to discard to play the Maxis. But he also he's got 8 cards left in his deck from what that looks like. So he's not really looking to Sycamore either. But he also does need to play a supporter this turn to be able to do the additional damage. Looks like he's just going to Oblivion Wing. Doesn't seem like he has any dark energy in his discard pile to attach. And that's going to put 60 more on Andrew's Seismitoad, putting him at 60 health, allowing that if Andrew leaves that Seismitoad active, that it will be for a knockout. Andrew is going to play Shaman, use the ability setup, drawing up to 6 cards in his hand. He's going to play a Trainer's Mail, taking an Acrobike. He's going to play the Acrobike, looking at the top 2, choosing one. He's trying to see how many cards he has left. He's going to take another Acrobike, discarding a Shauna. He's going to look at the top 2. We've got a Muscle Band. Looks like a Dark Energy. It's about almost 23 minutes left in the round. So it's looking like the winner of this round is going to have a huge advantage. He is going to stand in with Zorark. And use... He's going to take the knockout on the Yveltal, taking a prize here. Johnny promotes his Gallade. He mind jacked for exactly 130, 140 with this. Oh, just 130. Johnny is going to Premonition, arranging the top 5 cards in any order he would like. This is definitely going to be a pretty close game. This is definitely anyone's at this point. We've got the last double colorless played for Johnny. I have not seen any Puzzle of Time, so once that the 2 double colorless that are in play are gone, he is reliant on his dark energy. Now, he did get the knockout with Sensitive Blade for the weakness onto Andrew's Zoroark. He's going to promote the Zorua. Andrew's going to attach a Floatstone to the Zorua. He's going to check Johnny's discard pile to see what he has and hasn't played. Actually, I think I did just see a Puzzle of Time in Johnny's discard pile. I'm not 100% sure. It looked like the color of the card, which could make a big difference. Andrew is going to attach another Dark to his Yveltal EX. He's going to promote the Yveltal. He is currently hitting for... He's going to be a Seeker here for the Zerosic again. He's going to play the Zerosic. He's going to get rid of the double colorless off of the active Gallade. He's currently hitting for 80. I'm sorry. 70. And he's going to do that. He's going to Evil Ball and hit him for 70 with his active Yveltal. Johnny's trying to see how many cards he has left. It looks like he just counted 4. Andrew is putting Johnny in a position that, unless he plays Puzzle of Time, he is going to run out of energy as far as the double colorlesses go. And the single attachments, okay, he's going to play a Ultra Ball. He's not going to get anything out with that. Didn't get a glance at what was in his deck left. I did see 1 Dark, I believe. He's got 6, I think, is what I just got fanned. Cards left in his deck. He's got a Premonition. He does have the Puzzle of Time, at least 1 left there. Still deciding what order he wants to put his 5 cards. Alright, it looks like he's going to put... He's deciding to put the Dark on top. He wants to be able to attach. He is a prize card here. If he gets the... He needs to get the Puzzle of Time. If he gets both Puzzle of Time, he can get a double colorless back if he chooses to stand in with his Zoroark. He's going to choose to take the Lysander prize this turn, which I believe probably be the best play. Because I believe he only had one Puzzle of Time left in his deck, though. I'm not 100% sure. But he's checking how much damage he can do with the Mind Jack. So he's going to do 100 damage off of with the Mind Jack. He uses the stand-in. He's going to Lysander. He's contemplating the Shaman. He chooses the Shaman. He's not going to get a knockout. He's only going to... LP is going to hit for the 110. Which is just enough to knock out the Shaman with the Stadium in play. Which is putting him at a pretty good position here. If he has both Puzzle Time. But he also did take the VS Seeker from his prizes, so he can VS Seeker the benched Seismitoad. He's at a pretty good position at this point. I know Johnny for sure at least has one puzzle at a time. If he has two, he guarantees himself as long as Andrew has a lot he's got to do this turn in order to not lose next turn. Johnny put himself at a very good position here. Andrew has to evolve the Zorua. He's gonna put Super Rotting back in. The only way Andrew could really hurt what Johnny's got planned for next turn is if he plays Judge to shuffle Johnny's hand. Johnny has, as long I know, at least he has one puzzle at a time left. If he has two, he's gonna Lysander the Toad on the bench and take the knockout. And or Lysander for the Zorua. Both have the same hit points, so. Andrew's gonna play the Ultra Ball. He's looking like he's gonna go dig in for the Zoroark, I believe. He's gotta evolve the Zoroark. He is gonna get the Zoroark here. He's looking at what kind of cards he has left. He's trying to see. Still very close. Because if Johnny does not have a second Puzzle of Time, he is really struggling on the energy attachment. He's going to have to manually attach one at a time. Oh, Andrew's also going to get the Maxis this turn for another Gallade and draw 5 new ones. This is going to be huge. If he's able to... Andrew is going to get the knockout on Johnny Zoroark with the Yveltal EX. So as long as, if Johnny has the Puzzle of Time, he will be able to take the victory on this game because he has he's got to draw into him though. This is going to be definitely close. So Andrew is going to retreat the Zoroark and send out the Yveltal EX for the knockout. Johnny did draw one Puzzle of Time. He's going to Premonition. He's going to set the second Puzzle of Time on top, it looks like. He's going to Unknown for the second Puzzle of Time. Play both Puzzle of Times, allowing him to get the double colorless, and he has the VS Seeker in his hand for the Lysander. So he is able to Lysander the Seismitoad EX for the knockout for the game here for that one. So it's just Lysandering the Toad, and then they scoop. Alright, Johnny takes game 1. So he did have 2 Puzzle of Time left. I believe he had to top deck that Puzzle of Time. Had he not top decked the Puzzle of Time, I don't know. I'm not sure if he had Shaman left, or a way to get Shaman, or a way to draw not involving. He would have had to take another turn, which I don't know if he had another turn. Based off Andrew's hand, I don't know if he had another turn. So I believe Johnny drawing that Puzzle of Time was very important. He had really good odds. He didn't have very many cards left, and he had 2 in deck. So I'm not sure what else he had in there, but allowed him to guarantee himself game 1. They have 11 minutes. By the time they shuffle, they're going to be about 10 minutes left for game 2. So unless Andrew can get a very quick knockout of having where he benches Johnny, it is looking very favorable for Johnny to win this. They're going to go ahead and deal out here. Alright, Andrew is going to choose to go first. He must have played an acrobike. Can't 100% tell based off the glare, but he drew 2 cards, and it's about the only thing I can think of that is an acrobike. He did play a second acrobike. He discarded the battle compressor. He's going to discard a trainer's mail, and I think he took either the Ultra Ball or the Shaman. Not too sure. He looks very promising for him to be able to maxis this turn. He's going to Ultra Ball away Gallade and a Dark. Searching his deck, he's going to get a Zorua. He's going to do a quick deck search to find out what his prize cards are. And he's going to play Shaman EX. He's not going to choose to set up. And he's going to attach the double colorless to the Shaman to be able to get the Gallade with the maxis. He's going to Premonition, putting the cards in any order, the top 5 of how he wants. And once he decides that, he's looking at, I'm not sure which one's his hand and which one was his top 5 for the Premonition. I'm thinking what's in his hand right now is what is his Premonition hand. So he moved some cards around. He put a Dark Energy on top. And based off his hand, I believe he just passed. Johnny, he has at least three Sycamores in his hand. He's gonna Trainer's Mail. He's got an Ultra Ball and he's got a Battle Compressor. So Johnny has the ability here based off of, he didn't get a VS Seeker though, it looks like. He was very close to being able to get a turn 1 Gallade as well. But he needed a VS Seeker off of that Trainer's Mail. He's going to Ultra Ball, discarding 2 Sycamores. And he's choosing, he looks like he's going to choose a Zorua, but not. Yep, he's going to choose the Zorua. He's going to Battle Compressor as well. Looks like he's discarding 2 Gallades and a Dark Energy. Alright, so Johnny's going to attach the Dark, attach a Muscle Man, and Sycamore for 7. Johnny is... Looked like he battle compressoring again here. He's gonna discard a battle compressor, looks like. Possibly a Zorua. I think it's just on top. I don't think he moved it there. So, a battle compressor. And a Maxis is what he's gonna choose here to discard. He has an Acrobike. Going to see here. He's going to discard the Dark Energy, take the Ultra Ball. He's got a Shauna and a Lysander in his hand. I think he's going to get rid of the Dark and the... Looks like the Dark and the Lysander here to get another Pokemon. He's going to get another Yveltal. And place that on his bench. So he's looking... His hand is not... He's got the Shauna in his hand. And one puzzle at a time with the double colorless. So his hands aren't doing so bad. Andrew's going to play an AZ, picking up his active Yveltal, promoting his Shaman with the double colorless. He's got a Premonition. He's trying to decide. Time is just not going to look... 5 plus 3, I mean, it is possible, depending on if Johnny is... He would be looking to bench him, meaning to where Johnny has no Pokemon to promote prior to give him the win, which would then... This game would end in a tie at that point. So. Andrew's going to Sky Return for 30. Promote Glade. Johnny's going to attach the double colorless to his Zorua and play his Shauna. He's going to shuffle his hand into his deck and draw 5. Andrew's checking his discard pile. Yeah, gosh, Johnny got the double puzzle at a time right here. This is promising. He's checking to see what he has in there. It's unfortunate he can't play a supporter this turn, but he's looking to have some good stuff going on for next turn. So he's gonna Acrobike here. He's got a Zorua and another puzzle at a time. Alright, he's trying still to decide here. Looks like he's got a couple options. His next turn, he's definitely gonna get a Gallade. He's gonna choose the Zorua, put it on the bench. He's looking to calculate the damage here. And he's trying to decide whether if he's gonna Oblivion Wing here. He's gonna Oblivion Wing for 50 with a Muscle Band and attach another Dark to the bench Yveltal. Andrew's gonna draw his card. We know that it's his Dark Energy. He's gonna just attach it to his Gallade. He's looking to AZ again. He's going to AZ up his Seismitoad, it looks like. Yep. And got a Premonition. He's got putting the Parallel City on top, it looks like. And he is going to Sensitive Blade. Did the Yveltal have damage on it? He did. He Sky Returned last turn. He did Sky Return last turn to set it up for the knockout, so he had moved it too quick for me to see. Johnny is going to promote the Yveltal. Looks like he drew a Trainer's Mail. He's going to attach the double colorless to the Yveltal active, and he is going to VS Seeker. It looks like he's going to VS Seeker for a Shauna. He's going to put it in his hand. He's contemplating what he's going to play the Shauna. He's definitely saving. He could have gotten Gallade out this turn, but he's saving his puzzle of time for later. He doesn't really need them right now. He is going to get a knockout on Andrew's Gallade. It is time. Andrew knows that he cannot come back and win. Our timing was a little off here on the stream. And that'll be victory towards Johnny. So Johnny, with time being called, Andrew knew he couldn't come back that game to win, and he scoops the match to Johnny.